He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Kidding me? That hard?
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Now on the tee at the par 3 second, it's a long one. This will require a pure strike.
Should be safely on deck.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo back with you at the 3rd hole here at the Cliffs. And this is a hole that offers up a chance to put a red number on the board, Frank.
It certainly does. A good drive finding this very narrow fairway will certainly give you the opportunity to reach the green in 2. Stray a little left, either with the drive or the second, and all of a sudden you might realize this par 5 has teeth.
That is just a beautiful shot. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Frank, as we stand here at the 4th and look out, no mistaking where we're at. I know I'm having some lobster for dinner tonight.
Or some clam chowder. The best comes from this area. Well, actually, for the ocean, though, anything that strays a little left off this tee will find that ocean. And believe me, there's been more than one ball hit down there. Generous fairway, that's really the goal in the tiniest of green. If you find the green, you're going to have a birdie putt. Very short one indeed.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this guy. Yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. This one's tracking. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Now at the 5th here at Lighthouse Point, to par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
When you stand on this tee, Rich, you don't see any fairway bunkers, but be careful. It can certainly fool you. The goal really with the Cliffs course is to find fairways.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in.
Birdie try up next. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh yes, get in. 7 under par, another birdie. Par 3 6th is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one, really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of the screen.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Nicely bowled. 4th birdie of the day. 7th hole at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards, Frank. Are you happy if you walk out of here with anything other than birdie?
If you hit the fairway, you definitely should be looking at birdie, but the biggest problem here is to decide, Rich, what club to hit off the tee. You could hit a multitude of clubs here. Further up you go, the narrower this fairway gets.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
Perfect, and in the hole. What a shot! Now another par 3. We're at the 8th. Frank, it's only 165 yards.
It is, but when you look at the green, you can see how narrow it is. Actually, the green is nearly a figure 8, so it's obviously the right number hole. Bunker's sort of short leftish and that little pocket area on the right, so it'll punish anything left or right, even though the hole's just that meager yardage.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Just a couple of feet. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to minus 11 on the day. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designer's really thrown the boat out. Excuse the pun, we are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Makes it right in the center. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Oh my goodness, that is on in 1. Wow, what an incredible shot. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch.
Just an amazing display to fall. Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. Beautiful looking shot right here. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Getting set for another approach, our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now, this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really, you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. And a huge momentum shift with that eagle. Moving on to the 12th hole now. Par 4, 439 yards. Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
Good shot right there to 12 feet. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Good putt. On to the 13th, and Frank, I love golf courses where you run into something you've never seen before. I have never played a par 5 of 700 or more yards. Here it is. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Frank, is this one going to be okay?
Yeah, just a little right. Seemed like good contact.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Now to the par 3 14. It is 240 yards. What a golf course, Frank. I mean, this tests the best in the world. I'm talking about McIlroy and Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler. 700-yard par 5s and nearly 600-yard par 4s. This is all you want.
It certainly is, and that's why the total yardage of this golf course is nearly 7,700 yards. This par 3, just a beast at 240 yards. One thing you want to do, though, is avoid Lake Zimmer. It's a big body of water to the right. If anything, though, look at the green. It shapes a little to the right, so you can use that left side of the green, which is away from the lake. It's a smart way to play this.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Here we go. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Great, too.
Beautiful. Another fun hole here at Lighthouse Point. It's the last par 3 on the back nine as we begin this closing stretch. 241 yards downhill, par 3 16.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. So off the tee here at the par 3, not his best stuff, but still a chance to make the 3.
Yeah, that was a poor miss off the tee. Let's see if he can redeem himself.
Pretty good shot right there. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, Frank, I love this par 5 17th. Not only is it fun to over the Juniata Crossway Bridge ahead, you can find Brent's Lobster Shack, which is one of the best lobster rolls I have ever had. And you know, they specialize in that up here in Maine. But what a hole. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. That is classy.
No chance of going in.
No problems there.
And it keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left. It should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And, of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot on the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face. This one's going left, Rich.
Not knocking down the flagstick here, but looks as though it will find the green. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Just a sensational putt. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Novello and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. Well, at last we're at number 18, and Frank, I have really enjoyed this golf course, and now when you see the lighthouse in the distance, it really makes it that much more special.
It is. The beacon will always take you home, and speaking of home, this finishing hole, it bends to the left. A good tee shot will somehow find the fairway and just leave you a short iron in. And, of course, you make 3 here, and then that smile's going to light up like a beacon